Today, I want to expand on our Get to Know Armenia package and just let you know that it's important that we're on the same page when it comes to booking the package if your interest is in Armenia, Colombia. My name is William Hutchison. Along with my wife, I own Armenia Colombia Realty for Expats, where I have lived in Colombia for 13 years and Armenia for almost 12. The one thing that I want to emphasize today for people that have traveled, they understand it's important, but the package is very popular. Right now, starting on Saturday, 2 days from now, I'm booked all the way through July. I have a couple of days in July that are free right now, but I'm waiting for those to firm up with someone. And if that's the case, the earliest booking I could take would be in August. Right now, I have two tentatives, one for October and one for January. They're off in the distance, that's true, but it, I think, is an indication of how important it is to talk to us before you book anything. The people from January coming from a cold climate, October is near cold, and they're just tired of winter. The people in January are coming for 3 months. I obviously won't be spending 3 months with them, but it looks like January and maybe 3 or 4 days would be what they would require. I think I need to tell you a little bit more about the possible itineraries. The package is very flexible, so it's entirely up to you what you want to take advantage of and what you don't. As many of you know, the way to get here is through Fort Lauderdale on Spirit. They fly directly into Armenia. It's just over a 3-hour flight. I think it leaves Fort Lauderdale around 10 in the morning and gets in here just shortly after 1. One little tip, if you're over 65, when you go through immigration in Armenia, there's an over 65 line, and you don't have to stand in line with 30 people. You may only have 2 in front of you. So when you get here, take advantage of that if it's possible. The normal itinerary is I pick you up at the airport. I have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath furnished apartment that most of my clients are taking advantage of. It's in a very good location. It's close to grocery stores, those sorts of things. I get you at the airport, take you to the apartment, sort of get you oriented for a few minutes, and then we're off for dinner. There's some nice restaurants very close to where the apartment is. And if you've seen my video on Rodizio, they're very similar to the Rodizio restaurant. Excuse me. The next day we meet for breakfast. Between the dinner on the airport arrival afternoon and the breakfast, I call them orientation sessions. We talk about Armenia, Colombia. I answer any questions. We maybe get into visas, those sorts of things. And the first day usually ends up pretty long, that we tour Armenia, the better barrios. I like people to see the shopping opportunities, the medical area, just an overall view of what Armenia is like. We also have lunch. I like to go to Rodizio the first day, and with the tour, lunch is included every day. The second day, if you want to see the outlying area a little bit, maybe do what I call a tourism type thing, we go to Salento and the Cocora Valley. Cocora Valley has the tallest palm trees in the world. You can take a trail ride there, a guided trail ride on a horse. It's just, it's a beautiful thing to see. Salento is best that we go on a Sunday. If you're here on a Sunday, because that's the day that the town of about 4,000 people, town itself, the area is about 7,000 people, but it grows to over 20,000 because of the Spanish culture, the food. People from Perea and Armenia flock to Salento. If you're looking to rent, then we can look at places on day 3. People who want to buy as well, if I know in advance, I can line those things up, so it's a seamless event. The one thing about purchasing that I advise, is that unless you know Armenia and know it well and know that Armenia is for you, you rent for at least 6 months. We can look at various properties. There's townhouses, there's condos. Our recommendation, again, is gated community only. Maybe you think you want rural and you want finca and so on. To me, the extra levels of security in a gated compound, be it a freestanding home, a condo, a townhouse, is worth much more than the rural feel that you can get on a finca. You can also get the rural feel on some of the townhouses. I showed a property about 5 months ago now that backed onto a bamboo forest. The family had bird feeders out, and they had parrots coming to the bird feeders. There's little animals here, they're everywhere, called guatine, about the size of a groundhog, very shy, non-aggressive, but if you put fruit out for them, they will come. For those of you that don't know, that are into nature, Colombia has the most bird varieties in the world, with 1,900. So the first 2 days, day 1 Armenia, day 2 Salento Cocora. If you don't want to go to Cocora and Salento, that's entirely fine. You only need me for 1 day. For those of you that have decided either to rent or to buy, then obviously we need more days, and those can be fit in. That brings me to the end of the video. Obviously, the most important thing is to work with us, confirm the dates. There's no deposit required until we get to the 30-day before point. Excuse me. So even if you want to come in February, you decide in the next few weeks you want to come in February, we'll pencil you in and block your days and set those days aside for your visit. Sometime in January, we'll contact you and we'll need a deposit. We also have to work with the people for accommodation to make sure that the units are available when you want to come. You're free, of course, to look at Airbnb. If you're looking on your own, you can do Finca Rays, you can do Facebook, you can do My Tula Casas. Those contacts are available if you get a hold of me. And the only thing that I suggest there is that if you find something that's satisfactory, then please get a hold of me to make sure that the barrio is where I would like to have you, because there's a lot of things in the south end that are inexpensive, and you don't want to be there. This is William Hutchison, Armenia, Colombia, for Realty for Expats. I can't even say the name of my own company. Don't forget to subscribe. You can subscribe by clicking my photo or the logo in the bottom right corner. It powers the YouTube algorithm and gets the information that I have videos on out to more people. And that's the intent of the channel, to get the information out. It's a wonderful place to live. I don't know that it could be better. For those of you that like a moderate climate, 80 every day, 60 every night, 365 days of the year. It's perfect. You can live in paradise. I do. Have a great day.